In our last video, we looked at the rising tensions inside ODM and how the party's leadership struggle was unfolding. Now, the story is getting sharper. Edwin Sifuna has been speaking out in interviews. Oburu Odinga has fired back with public criticisms, and Winnie Odinga has added another surprising twist. Today, we break down the real questions, the real stakes, and the real questions this disagreement raises. Before we continue, if you want bold political analysis like this, hit subscribe to Political Pulse. Edwin Sifuna has not been quiet. In interviews on Citizen TV, KTN News, and Capital FM, he did not just defend himself. He framed the entire situation as a matter of principle, legality, and accountability. Here is what he said. He described the decision to remove him as unconstitutional and unprocedural, saying ODM did not follow its own constitution and bylaws. Sifuna repeatedly emphasized that he still considers himself as the duly elected Secretary General and that any attempt to remove him must respect due process. He highlighted his rallies as engagements, particularly in Mombasa and Kisumu, saying these were not just political appearances, they were deliberate efforts to listen to the grassroots and communicate with the supporters directly. He referenced the online phrase, "Sisi ndio Sifuna," meaning his supporters are giving him confidence and legitimacy that goes beyond internal party politics. In some interviews, he also called on young Kenyans to register and participate in the democratic process, suggesting that political changes require active citizen involvement, not just internal party decisions. He didn't just answer questions. He painted a picture of a leader who believes reform and grassroots engagement matter in politics. Now, let's look at how other key figures responded. Oburu Odinga was very clear in multiple public statements. He criticized Sifuna's handling of media and his public communications, saying that airing party disagreements widely weakens ODM unity. Oburu emphasized that party discipline and internal mechanisms must be respected before taking disputes to the public or external bodies. He suggested that a leadership struggle played out publicly can hurt the public's credibility and make it easier for opponents to exploit divisions. Basically, Oburu's message was, handle disagreements within the party first, public conflict only weakens our position. In direct contrast, Winnie Odinga publicly backed Sifuna's stance. She said, the move to remove him was not the right way to handle leadership disputes. ODM stands for values like unity, sacrifice, and inclusion, and those values should guide internal disagreements too. She implied that sidelining Sifuna before a full process was unfair and might hurt the party more than help. This creates a clear split, not just between individual leaders, but between two strategic visions inside the party. This disagreement isn't just political, it's now also legal. The Political Parties Dispute Tribunal recently ruled to extend the order blocking Sifuna's removal. That means for now, Sifuna remains Secretary General, because the tribunal said the removal must be fully heard and determined before it can take effect. The tribunal scheduled a full hearing for March 12, 2026, where both sides will present detailed submissions. Here's what matters. Sifuna's team argued that the removal bypassed internal mechanisms and violated ODM's own rules, so it deserved thorough judicial review. ODM's leadership argued that internal processes were followed and that the tribunal shouldn't interfere with party discipline. This isn't a simple post decision, it's a political and legal flashpoint with real implications for how leadership disputes are resolved in Kenyan political parties. Now, let's connect the dots and raise the questions everyone is asking. Number 1. Does Sifuna's public positioning show a general shift inside ODM? He's engaging youth, grassroots and media directly, not waiting for permission. Number 2. Does Oburu caution reflect a fear of losing control, or is it genuine concern about public divisions and undermining party cohesion. Number 3. Is Winnie Odinga's support purely symbolic, or does it show a broader factional alignment? When influential figures publicly take sides, internal unity is harder to fix. Number 4. Does this internal dispute weaken ODM ahead of 2027? Opposition disunity traditionally helps the ruling side, and this rift is very visible. These are not surface-level questions. They are strategic questions with real political consequences. Before we continue, I want to hear from you. What do you think will happen on March 12th? Will the tribunal uphold Sifuna's position or allow ODM's leadership to proceed with removal? Drop your predictions in the comments. I'll sample some views in the next video. And if you want more of these real, in-depth political breakdowns, hit subscribe to Political Pulse. Right now, ODM is at a political crossroads. Sifuna's interviews shows a leader who is not backing down. Oburu's stance reveals a defense of party structure. Winnie's position highlights a split that goes beyond politics into strategic alignment, and the tribunal's ruling keeps this story alive and unfolding. So we ask again, is this a generational shift or a party losing its direction? Can ODM unify before 2027? Comment below with your views, and don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications for Political Pulse. Stay informed, stay ahead. Till next time, bye bye.